So, I've gotten this question a few times, asking me, what are Exodusters? Well, talk about Exodusters, we gotta talk about life in the South after the Civil War. Immediately after the conclusion of the Civil War, all southern states that were in rebellion were put into military districts in order for Reconstruction to take place. Reconstruction was a period of time in which the United States government forcibly enforced civil rights rules and laws on southern states who weren't interested in doing that stuff, to put it as nicely as humanly possible. Reconstruction allows for the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments that outlaw slavery, give people the right to vote no matter their previous condition of servitude, and provide for citizenship and civil rights for all peoples born in the United States, except Native Americans, but that's a different story for a different day. Anyways, when Reconstruction ends in the 1870s, southern states begin passing Jim Crow laws. These are laws that severely restrict the rights, freedoms, and opportunities that African Americans have living in the South. And African Americans had a taste of freedom, and they now have mobility. They can now move. They're not tied to the land like they were prior to the Civil War. So a lot of African Americans start looking, where are places we can go to be free? And a big destination for a lot of those settlers was Kansas. The Exodusters took their name from the Bible, the story of Exodus. Freed slaves who are exiting from the area that they're in to go to a new promised land. And for a lot of those former slaves and African Americans, it was Kansas. Kansas had the reputation at this time of being a good place for African Americans because of how anti-slavery Kansas was during the Bleeding Kansas saga. So, one of the important figures in this movement is this guy. This is Benjamin Pap Singleton. He's going to be responsible for helping establish a lot of these Exoduster towns that we see, especially in the northern part of Kansas right up there. And if we look at this little note right here, you can see the vast amount of increase of Exodusters who came to Kansas. But yeah, long story short, Exodusters were former African-American slaves who came to Kansas for the promise of freedom that was guaranteed to them under the Constitution. And they felt Kansas was the new promised land for them. So there you go. Have a good day, guys. Peace.